CSC department to give a brief introduction about the resource person. Ma'am, please.
Good morning to you all. I am happy to introduce the resource person, Sanjay Raj, who is the managing director of Sanjay Raj is the managing director of Private Limited. He has completed IT degree in the year 2018. He worked as a full stack developer at Six Technologies in Chennai for 2 years. In 2021, he started Rector Private Limited in Madurai, and he is giving training for colleges and corporates. And I welcome Mr. Sanjay Raj sir to start this session.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Now we are going to see about React.js. So what is so anyway, I think all of you having ideas about JavaScript, sir. So now we can go for React.js, sir. So why we are using the React.js means the library function of JavaScript used to build the user interface. So for UI purpose only we are doing that. So for UI development only we are doing using React.js.
Sir?
What?
Sir, could you please go to the slide mode, sir?
Yes,
Slideshow
ma'am.
mode.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll be going for the slideshow.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So React.js is a library function, JavaScript library function. So it's one of the library function, like many of the library functions there. In that JavaScript React is a library function used for building user interface. So UI part. So for the UI part only we are using the React.js. So it helps to build up single page applications. So React allows you to create a reusable component UI. So UI components. So that means, so what is meant by reusable component? I'll be showing that reusable component. So it's a page. So it's a home. It's an example. We are doing a home page. So in this header page is there. Header sidebar. Example sidebar is there, and footer. So is that. So this is the main area. So this is the main area. So in this, so all this component, header component, sidebar and footer and all we can. So for all the pages it will be coming. So for this alone, this page, the main area alone changes will happen. So we can use this component, header component, sidebar and footer. So for all the component, all the pages that will be, we can use this as a for common for all the pages, and we can link to all the pages. So example about home page, about us, example about us contact. So like that we can merge that main area alone we can change. So like this is as possible to react in this react UI, reusable UI component. So we can use the reuse the components, use the UI components and all. The benefits and why we are. So what are the prerequisites? So that we need that HTML, CSS and JavaScript and ES6. Some of the ES6 functions we need that for the prerequisite. So why we are using the React.js? So many of the UI development is there. Why, particularly why we are using this React.js means, so it is a virtual DOM. So what is meant by virtual DOM? Any ideas about that? So virtual DOM is that, so if we improve the performance, so if the data is updated, so if you give the data, so example, you will be updating the data. So if you update the data in the main area, it will be affected. So easily it will be updated without any refresh or anything. It will be automatically updated in the program. So this is the benefits of virtual DOM. So regular DOM you want to only update by clicking a refresh or any other button you have to update. So the virtual DOM will be automatically refresh, automatically update that what are the changes that happen by the users or giving the input. So it will be automatically update in the screen. So that's only the benefits of the virtual DOM when compared to regular DOM. So when compared to the regular DOM, so virtual DOM is very speed. So performance wise also increased. So easy for creation of easy website. React community is amazing. So if you want to search any of the codes, like so what are the codes that are you need? So suppose you are having any doubts in this, so you can search in the website. So and you can ask for the help. So like example, Stack Overflow, code for Greeks. So like that, many of the things are there. So React is a fast learning curve, so easy to learn. So when compared to other language, the React is very easy to learn. So little to no breakage change. That means, so why we are using React JS? So when compared to Angular JS, why we are using the React JS means, so it's when compared to React JS. So React JS, if you change the version, so if the version is updated, only 2 or 3 functions only there will be changes. So when Angular means entirely the program will be changed, but React only 2 or 3 functions only change. So this is the benefits of this. So Facebook is a founder of React.js. So they are updating that for weights Facebook, WhatsApp. So nowadays they are Facebook, WhatsApp, so Instagram, Netflix. So all of them uses the React.js only. So only it is easy to use, and so if performance wise increase. So all of them are using the React.js.
Sanjay sir,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry to interrupt.
Yes, ma'am.
Representation from participants that they request you to go slow
Yes,
because
ma'am.
they are new to the topic. Please consider
Okay,
the
ma'am. Okay,
request.
sure, ma'am.
Okay.
So okay. So So React JS, so easy for creation. So in today's application, Facebook is developer of React JS. So if you want any documentation needed to React, so for that you can search in the Facebook. So Facebook has a one documentation for all the documentations for React JS. So if you need example, you need any supports. So if you so React.dev. So in this you can go for this and learn React and all the things and all it will be available, and so all the things are available in this React developer. So reference. So all the states will be available for all reference. What are the things that you have learned that will be available in this website. So community also you can check with this community all the things that will be available here. So what is the next we are going to see about what is the components. So already we told that reusable components. So that already we discussed that components are the building block of components are the building blocks of the React applications. So this is the one component, header is one component, sidebar is one component, and footer is another component. So like this, all the things are separated. So we can, it is a reusability. So already we seen discussed with that component is that reusability. So nested reusability means we can reuse for another website. So another pages and all the things and all we can reuse. So nested components. So component, inside the components, we can create another components. Multiple components we can create. So within this one page, inside the header page, we can create a footer and we can link that to itself. So like that, we can do that. And third one is render method. So minimum form component, a component must define a render method specific how the component rendered. So how to we can with that help of component we can check with that how when to render what how to render and all we can do. So unpassing properties. So passing properties. So we can pass the properties or properties of props means we can pass the value to the example in the header value. We can through the header value we can pass the value to the main area with the help of components. So with the help of components we can pass the data from header to the main area. So like that we can pass the value. So with the help of benefits. So this is our benefits of the components. So and next it's a form of JXS. So next we can see that what is the JXS. So like this, it will be there. Similar to the HTML, JXS with the help of JXS, JavaScript and HTML, we can with the matching of JavaScript and HTML consist of JXS. So next we can see that how to do the JXS files and all, how to create a JXS files and all. So example of this is the example bricks, doors, windows in a house like that. In real time, if we take means bricks, doors, and windows are all the are linked together under a common house. So that's only this. So this is the example. This is the example of one of the class component. So functional component also that we can see in the next future. So features of React. So what are the features? JXS components, one-way binding, virtual simplicity, performance. So these are features. So we can see one by one of features. So JavaScript stands for JXS stands for JavaScript XML. So it's like a XML file. So in this, so JavaScript, what is the difference between Java virtual DOM? So JavaScript and JavaScript XML. So like this only the codes that will be present in that. So JXS, so that means JavaScript. So we can see this future in this. We can see that. So what is meant by virtual DOM? So already we seen that virtual DOM. So virtual DOM is that. So whenever regular DOM and compared to regular DOM, it will be automatically updates the data. So whenever it will the user get the input, so user changes the input or update the input, it will be automatically changed. So that only it will be happen. So what is the performance when compared to other that React, Angular and all JavaScripts and all? So React is very speed. Why means so Angular means it will be converting to the TypeScript. After that TypeScript and it will be converting to JavaScript. So like these two methods are three ways are there, three steps are there to convert to JavaScript to put the output. So in React, if you use the React JS, so it will be directly used in the JavaScript. So it will be directly converting to the JavaScript and output will be produced. So it will be performance wise, it will be increased. So when compared to Angular or other codes, so React JS is the highest performance. So how to render in the render also it will be automatically renders when automatically renders and all applications and all. So it will be very useful for performance. So extension. So extension. What is meant by extension? So extension means a plugin is some of the plugins are there. So it will be used for the complete applications. So example, some of the plugins extensions are there. So it will be supports for the React JS. So many extensions for the complete application architecture. So it will provide the server side rendering. Axio, some of the plugins is there to communicate with the server. So server means Node.js and support mobile apps development. So for the mobile apps also you can do with this. So debugging tool. So React having a debugging tool. So suppose if you have any debugging, want to debug a code or a issues, if you found any is this. So React developer tool is that one extension. I'll be showing one extension. Chrome extension. If you go for Chrome extension, Chrome, sorry, React. The features for debugger. So this is a React developer tool. So in this is a debugger tool. So with that you can debug the codes and all. So it will be the help of this. So in the inspect elements you can debug the codes with the help of developer tool. So this only tools, debugging tools. So component type already we seen that class component and functional components. So we can see with the example, one of the examples of what are the examples of class component, and before that So flash component means already you know that OOPS concept. So functional means functionality programming. So that only it supports. So the important things to remember in React is it's a basically full and full functional programming and immutability. So how to now we can going to see about how to create a React app. So for this, so minimum record, what are the software that you require means I'll be giving in the chat itself. So can any chat is possible here? Ma'am, any chat? Can I give the chats?
What's it?
Ma'am, can I put one things in chat, ma'am? That link and all.
Ah, okay, you can, sir, you
Yes,
can.
it's possible, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Chat. Yes. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, free. So you have to search in the Google that free download Node.js. So with this help of Node.js, you can go to the website nodejs.org/download. So in this, you can click Windows installer or Mac OS or anything. You can click. If you want to Windows installer, you can click this Windows installer, and it will be downloading. It will be 30 MB or another files. So after that, you can install. So I already installed this file. So I'll be putting in the chat. So this is a tool, but we after installing it will be support Node.js. So Node.js, React.js and all same under comes under same platform. So same library function. So only it was we installing this functions Node.js. So and next VS Code. So next editor we are using is editor is Visual Studio, Visual Code, VS Code, Visual Studio Code. So next software is Visual VS Code. So for its IDE, it's used for React.js. So entirely it's easy for this used in React.js. So if you download this, so it's also you can use. So I'll be giving this also in the chat box. So for this is the two software that we are need for doing the React applications. So to create a React app after installing the Node.js software, so you can check with the you can check in the desktop that. So you can open a terminal. Simply you can open a terminal and check for Node-v. So Node-v denotes that the Node version. Node version. I am installing the Node version 18.16.0. So npm stands for Node Package Manager. So if you want to install any of the packages in the React or Node.js code, you can use Node Package Manager. So -v. So it's also you can check. So with this, you can see that if you want to do that React coding in advanced coding, that your minimum requirements is Node is 10.16 and npm is 5.6. So we fit with the criteria, this criteria. So we can go with that to create a React app. So next we have to create a React app. So for this, so we have to create npx. The npx create React name and we can give any of the names, any application name. So I'll be giving FDP. So it will be taking time to that. So it will be take minimum 2 to 3 minutes time to install the applications. So it will be including the packages. So some of the packages React DOM and React script and CRA template, some of the templates, some of the packages. Some of the packages it will be installing and it will be installing the codes. So within that time, we can see about the folder structures. So yes, so within so for the installation it will be taking 2 to 3 minutes, or within 5 minutes it will be taking so time. So within that we can see the folder structures of React.js. So this is the folder structures. We can open in the this module itself. So VS Code. So in this the left side itself, React learn that all node modules public is there and source git ignore package.json package lock JSON package.json and readme. So these files are there. So we can see this. So node modules is that. So if you install any packages from npm, so it will be displayed here. All the packages will be the functionality files will be displayed present here. So all the files will be presented here. So inside the node modules. So all the node modules that packages, what are the packages which are you are using npm node package manager. Like example, one bootstrap file, or if you want to use CSS file, you can use CSS file. So like that, many of the files that will be presented here in the node modules. So public is a folder where you can get the index.html file. So you can get the index.html. So in this, what you can check means you can get the title for the website. So title for the website, title and fonts pages. So font icon, fave icon, CSS files, and CSS and our DOM file. So with this div id equal to root div tag. So if this help of with this help of this only DOM only we can access the whole file of the whole files. So when we are opening this file, you will be understanding how this is working. So file where your files are kept. So all your files you will be doing this files and all will be kept here. So I think already know about the DOM concept. So normal DOM, regular DOM. So normal DOM. So in this, so create document dot create element by ID, document dot get element by ID root. So here only we are calling the index.html. So with this only we are calling that public inside the public and the index.html. With this help of this file only we are calling this virtual DOM. The help of the DOM only we are calling that. So create root and access. And we are giving import, and we are importing and exporting the module. So we can import the modules to access this file here. So we can export the modules to access in another page. So like that only. So any doubt is there?
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please explain the structure again once more? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, folder structure. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Folder structure. Node modules is the place where your package. What are the package that you are installing? Example, you are installing a bootstrap file or any other files. So bootstrap file, and I already told that Axio is a function. So like Axio is a function for connecting with Node.js with React.js. So server side. So all the scripts like that, CSS files. So all the files will be presented here inside the packages. What are the packages that you want to install? That will be we can install here. Example, one of the main example is Bootstrap. All you are using CSS Bootstrap. So like for that Bootstrap, we can install here. Contain all the dependencies required for. So this, what are the packages that you are installed? It will be displayed in the package.json in the dependencies folder. So what are that? These are the software that install React DOM, React Router DOM, and React scripts. So like this files and all so what are the packages that I am installing? That will be presented here. So inside the dependencies, all the packages will be presented here. So React. If you check with this node modules, that will be presented here. And public is a file. Public contains the static assets, including the index.html. Public inside the public only the index.html will be presented. So inside the index.html consists of title of the web page, title, fonts, icon, fave icon, CSS files, some of the files and all will be presented. And after that, the virtual, regular DOM is presented here. Document.getElement by ID root. So document ID equal to root. So with the help of this only, we are calling the DOM. So normal source file. So in the source file, so where your public assets are stored, your assets and all stored. What are your files? What are your working directory? And all source comes under source. So in this index.js, so in the index.js, so in the source, the first page always you will be creating the index.js. So only we are creating a DOM. So in the index.js. So with the index.js, you will be moving to another pages. What are the pages that you want to move? With the help of this, we are moving. So document.getElement by ID root. So this here we are connected the DOM concept. So document.getElement by ID from here, and here we call it. So here it will be presenting output. So import and export module means, what is mean by import means you will be importing from another pages to this pages. So if you want to display in the current pages, you will be importing. So I'll be drawing a diagram and I'll be showing the example. A small example. So this is a page, and this is a index page. This is a app page, app.js. So this is the index.js. So if you want to display the, if you want this data, this is in the app.js, some of the files will be there. So if you want to display it in the index page, you want to export here, export app.app, and you have to import here. So you want to import here. So if you import the file, and you can call the file app. So this what are the files presented in the app file? It will be displayed in the index file. So this is the only. Export means we can move to another page. With the import means you can import from this page. You can call from another page to this page. So this is the functionality of export and import. So export means you can send to another page. Import means you can get the data from the another page to our pages, this pages. So that is only the difference. So import and export. So when we are working, you will be having ideas. So next source file, package.json. So package.json, every package, every Node.js. If you are using Node.js, AngularJS, or any other React.js, so any other package.json will be presented. So it contains about information about our project. So project name, version, so and all will be consist. So and dependencies. So what are the softwares that are, what are the package that we are installed, that will be presented here. So and debug tools. So how to start the program, how to start the React code, and how to build the code test eject and all, it will be presented on all the things. So what in which browser and all we have to support. So that will be all the things about the project information that will be present in the package.json. So package.log.json, it's a snapshot of your entire project. So this is a snapshot. So package.log.json, it's a snapshot of your project, different tools. So all the packages and all will be tracking. So readme.md. So is file you can share more about your project. So you can give the information about your projects. So what are the projects that you are going to create? What type of projects? So you can give the information in the read name file, readme.md, that file. So any doubts still now this folder structure?
ஆமா அதான்
What?
அந்த சத்தம் போட்டேன் நம்பிக்கை மாமா.
Ma'am, can you able to hear my work, ma'am? Understand, ma'am? Can you understand this? No, ma'am. Ma'am, can you understand this? Any doubts having, ma'am? Any doubts? Till now?
No, sir. You can continue, sir.
So any doubt is there, ma'am? So after getting that, after installing, it will be showing that happy hacking. So after completing all the things, it will be showing that happy hacking. So if you have the means your code is successfully created. So your React project is successfully created. So npm start so and all you can do this. So after that we have to open. So with the help of this VS code, you can open the VS code and open folder. You can click the open folder and go for desktop. So in this desktop, I'm having FDP folder, FDP one folder. With that only I'm creating the React project. So you can select the folder. So it will be asking for yes, I trust the author. So after clicking this, yes, trust the author, it will be showing that files and all. So that files only will be presented here. So you can go for terminal. So to open to run a React code. So I already told that. So the public index.html is present. So index.html they created a document div id root. So here, so in the source file in source index.js they created one DOM. So document.getElement by id root they called from here to here. So index.html they called. So from the index.html only there. So they imported the file app. So app.js. So with in this app.js only it will be present. So we can open the code, you will be having ideas. So in the top corner you can click a new terminal. So you can create npm start. So you can click npm start. After clicking the start, it will be starting the program. So it will take time. So till 1 minute, it will be minimum 1 minute, it will be taking time to start the server. So this is the first page of your application, React application. So till now, any for the execution, any doubts in this? Okay. So next, this in the app with the help of the app.js only, it was showing. So inside the return only, all the files will be there. Div class app equal to app name till now. So we can delete this. So return inside the return tag. So inside the return, so return you can put the div tag. So why div tag? I'll be showing this here. I'll be printing this h1 tag. Print this h1 tag. Hello world. So function app. So I'll be creating one function. So I will be wait a minute. I'll be showing one here. I'll be creating one file. So one folder is component. So inside the component, I'll be creating a function. .js. So I'll be creating this is the file name. So what are the file name that I present? That should be I should give here. So for first, so you should be given in a Pascal case. So mostly you should give in the Pascal case. So Pascal function in a Pascal case. So function component. So you can return div tag. So return inside the return tag, div tag, you can present a div tag and give in the last you can give that export default that function name. You can export the function to another page. So I'm giving export. I'm giving export. So here we have to import here the import the component name, the function name, and as well as so like single dot and slash. I'm open this. It will be showing the files. What are the files that I'll be present is I'll be showing here. I'll be clicking to the component. Wait a minute. I'll be okay. So hello world will be presented here. So hello world app function. So hello world. So here, hurry. Wait a minute. So hello world function. So I'll be clicking that. I'm selecting that hello world function. I'll be inside this functional component. I'll be doing that hello world function. H1 tag. So here I'll be removing all the tags, and I'll be calling this function. Sorry, components. Here I am not import the file. So I'll be giving so import function from components slash. So if we give means it will be search for that option. So this is the benefit of this Visual BS code. You can search easily the file and we can call. So you should always be found that you should open a close tag. Always you should give the open tag and closing tag is very important the React. So if you forgot the open closing tag, it will be showing error. So you should always check that open closing tag is present or not. Sorry, all the things you should know. So if I'm saying this, if I see the output, so it will automatically update set. So this is the benefits of virtual DOM. So I already told that virtual DOM. So with the help of virtual DOM, if I update anything, it will be automatically updated without refresh or anything. It will be automatically updating in the function code. So this is the benefits of virtual DOM. So any doubts till now for execution? So next we can go for C of class components. So .js. So we have to save the file name as .js. Class component. So for this React.component, so we have to import and function React file. So or otherwise it will show function class for functions, and we do not want any additional functions. We do not want to import. So for this you have to import React from React. So if we do that, like dot class is not present, you can access directly with the modules, node modules. So if you want to access the node modules, we can give this React name. So if you want to file name, you want to access your files, so that is present in the source file. Like means dot slash, you have to click that. So can you understand this? So both the difference for this difference.
So can you tell me once again, sir?
Yes, ma'am. If you want to access in the import file, if you want to access your files, so what are the in the source file you want to access means single dot slash, you have to click. You have to put single dot slash. So if you want to access the node modules, that node modules file means node module function means you can give without dot, any dot and all, double within the quotes you can create, you can give your file name, that function name you can give. So this is both the difference you should understand. So can you understand this? So always you do that any coding, you have to do that export default. So you should export that. So whenever you are doing the function, so first itself you can do that export functions.
Sir, can you show the first component document file?
Yes, sir. What the function component?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is the function component.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
What, sir? Okay, sir. You can note this file.
Yes, sir.
Logeshwaran sir, you have raised your, if you have any queries, you can ask. Logeshwaran sir, you can unmute yourself and ask the doubts if you have any. Okay, thank you. You can continue, Sanjay sir.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will be continuing. So this is a functional component, sir. For in the real time and all, we will be using mostly we are using the functional component only, not the class components. Sir. So in the React advanced features, they will be always using the functional components only. For learning purpose only, we are using both class components as well as functional components. So next we can give the React.component. I can create a render. So in that return, I have to return the file. To return. So this is a file structure. So wait a minute, sir. So now can you able to see my code clearly, or I want to zoom that file? Okay, so I'll be zooming that file and I'll be showing this. Okay, so in this I'll be giving that any file. So h1 file. So h1 I'm giving class component. So here I'll be exporting same like the functional component only. I'll be exporting. As component. So you can give this as like this, or otherwise you can open close and open brace and close brace in another tab. So like this also you can give, otherwise you can give like this single lay. So your methods only two types of, so you can closing tag. You can call this function. So open tag and closing tag present in the same tag, like that you can call. Otherwise open tag and different and closing tag also you can differently we can use this. So this both methods are there. Any method you can use. So if you check means the class component data, so it is automatically updated. So I already told that automatically it will be automatically updated in the server. So our function code. So now any doubts in this class components? So you can note this class components if you need. So have you noted this code? So next,
Sir,
we are
kindly
going to
share the particular code in the chat window, sir, so that everyone they can use it and wrap up of. I think you can
yes,
do it in a parallel way, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be doing that in the chat window. So otherwise, can I give it in on PDF, on Word documents, and I'll be shared to you.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. I'll be doing that in a Word document. So next class components also I'll be doing that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So next we are going to see about props. So there are three types of props. So next we can see about props. So the another that after seeing this, after seeing after seeing the functional and how to call the function on a file and a class file, we can first topic is props. So props means properties. Props defines the properties. So you can note this code. So you can note the definition. Props is a short of properties. So you can send the properties. Allows you to pass an argument to the components. So you can send the data to the components. Example in the so in the attribute, like example attribute, in the attribute you can example you can the paragraph you can give the name test. So if I give the test means so with this help of the attributes, so you can send the properties to property value to the another component, sir. So with the help of the components, you can send this. So now you can check with this properties. In this props, there are three types of props: function props, class props, and third one is children component, children props. So three types of props: function props, class props, and children props. So now we can see about the three types of props. So function props and class props is entirely same only, but children props alone will be different. So I'll be creating here one new component, new file of function.js. So I'll be creating a file and I'll be okay. So from this I'll be copying this code and reuse this. I'm reusing this code. So here first I'm exporting this import the function components of function. Like any method you can do that your choice only. So I'll be giving a passing the name equal to test data. I'll be giving this test data. So you can change, you can give any attribute value. So with this attribute value you can get the properties value from here. So I'll be putting here props. So props here in h1 tag, and I'll be for example for identification. So I'll be giving h2 tag. So props dot name. So what is the attribute name? So here that attribute name is name. So if I give example name one means I have to give the here name also name one. So can you understand this? So and after that, if you check with this props name, so I'll be for identification props. If I give the props name and I will be check the output means so props name test data. So test data is comes from the so app page app.js. With the help of attributes, we can send the data to one page to another page. So like this, I pass the data. So the props can be used to send the values to another page with the help of HTML attributes. So similar like this for class props also. So next we can see about the class props. Props class. So here what more things I have to do that. So here I also giving class. I'll be giving this data. After that I'll be coming here. So prop class. So we can take with name for this. I'm giving this test. So attribute as test class data. So I'm giving the name as class data. So in the props also, I'll be putting this dot props dot test. So this dot props dot test. I'll be giving this. So here I have to include one and only thing is this value. I want to include in this as this. I want to include this value. So you can note this. So this is the main difference between the function and class. So in the function, you will be directly giving this props dot name, props dot that attribute name. So here this dot props dot attribute name you will be giving. This only the main difference is that. So now the output is presented. So can you understand this? So function and class, this is the difference. So for function directly you will be calling. So main difference is that for the function you will be giving the props in the top. So I will be passing the value to the as a props and you will be getting this data. So in the props, in the class file, you will not change giving any values to that. Instead of that, you will be giving this dot props dot that attribute name. So this is the main difference. So can you understand this? Both the difference between props class and props function. So another is that. So we are going to see about children component. So for this, both of them is same. So one and only this. If you are using the class, you will be giving this. So if you are accessing the class, you will be giving this. So if you are not, if you are using the function, you will be giving the props dot. So this is the main difference. So next I will be giving the children props. Props child.js. So I will be creating one function itself.
Excuse me, sir. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
As soon as you create this JS files inside the components, the skeleton will be automatically popped up, isn't it? It automatically comes. Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Automatically it comes. So that is only the visual term. No, ma'am. That I already told no.
Okay.
So this is automatically updated, ma'am. I didn't want to. I think, ma'am, this is automatically updated. I don't want to refresh the code, ma'am. That is
Okay,
no
got
necessary to refresh the code. If any data is updated, it will automatically update in the code. So this is the best benefits of that React.
Okay, and even that skeleton as well, right? That you created that prop class .js and automatically the skeleton
Inside the
came.
components, I'll be creating a component, ma'am. So I already told that component is that on building blocks. So example, I told that. Wait a minute. So here, if you are taking a one website, example home page is there. You will be creating a header file. Here header. Here sidebar, side nav, and footer. So this is one component, this is one component, and this is one component, and this is also one component, ma'am. So like this, we can separate this.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. This only, and this is the main area. So this main area will be changes for this. So this is main area, always change for home page, about us page. So I'm reusing all the things. So next we are going to see about child component. So I'm giving this child data. So here I'll be giving this prop start children, and in this component, and I'll be calling this file as props child. So here this is the rules that so open brace and closing brace should be present. So inside this data, child component data. Here, in what are the data we are giving that it will be presented, it will be giving presented here. So you know that. So now you understand this. So this is a child data. So this is a child component. This is a child data. So this is with the help of props for children. It will be calling the children value. This it will be taking as a parent class, and this is a child class. So it will be taking this data as child data. So and it will be presented here. So for simply I'm telling that for the class, I already told that can do that. This dot props dot children. So this is only the main difference between both of them. So can you understand this concept? Children concept, props dot children.
Yes.
Okay. So next we are going to see about state function. State function is used only in the class data only, class function, class data only. So not in the functional data. So state. So what is mean by state? So you can note the definition. So state of a component is an object that holds some data. So it will hold some data. This influences the output of the component. So with this help of the components, you can change the influence the output of the component. So if you are having in the state, it will like an object value. So already you know about objects. What are the objects? So like this, your name. If you name means some data value will be there. So you can give multiple state, multiple value, multiple objects. So and you can call it later. So this is only this hold some data. So it will hold some data. This influence output of this. So you can call this name. This dot state dot name. So and you can present this data. So I'll be doing this. So you can note this. Right. State class dot. So it will be support only the state function state and set state will be there. So I'll be explaining that what is a set state. Next we can explain what is set state. So it will support in the only class file only, not in the functions. So functions for if you want to do it in the function. So hooks concept is that you can use hooks, React hooks and all for that. So in this React use state one function hooks in hooks use state is there. You can use that instead of state. So this is the main thing. So we have to learn. So I'll be taking the copy of this and I'll be pasting here. So inside here, constructor, you can give constructor. So constructor, you can the building blocks of the elements. So if you want to so in real time, if you take means, so you are building the blocks. So you want to building the build means you will be building the data. So building the house means you will be building that with the any of the things. So you'll be doing the big and in the bricks and you will be doing that. So always it will be doing again and again you will be doing that. So building. So like that only it will be for the constructor also it will be building blocks. So it will be doing that. And super. So super is a function. So super is a one predefined function that is used to support this state, that state function. So for the state function, if you want to access the state function, so you can use this super keyword. So this so you can in an object method. So we can give it in an object method. So name, I'll be giving this name equal to test state. This dot state dot name. So I'll be giving this as name. So state data, I'll be giving the state data as test data. So I'll be getting the data from this object. So this only I told that already I'll be so it will be store the data in the object method and later part we can use. So for this reason only you are doing so import components state class. So here no, you know that the state class is present here. So can you have any doubts in this state class? Do you have any doubts? Okay. So next we are going for set state. So set state is that you'll be updating the example in single point. You will be telling that. So if you want to update the state value in the running time. So if you in the running time, if you want to change the state value, you will be using the set state method. So if you want to update the state value at the running time. So running time means if the code is running, so you want to update the code, you can use the set state method. So another thing I want to tell that, so for JavaScript, so there is anybody can answer that for JavaScript, semicolon is mandatory or not? So anybody can answer. Do you
No,
know
sir.
that? Yes, it's not mandatory. It's an optional one for all JavaScript file, JavaScript code. So you can note this. So for JavaScript, semicolon is optional only. If you want give semicolon, you can give. Otherwise, you can leave it. So if you using a semicolon means why I am not using that for the React component. So they will be for memory calculations and all. For performance wise and all, we will be reducing unwanted lines, unwanted codes and also I'll be removing this file also. So semicolon also will be so only I'm removing. You can note this.
Sir, can you show once the props child .js file?
Yes, props children or class file. Children, class or function, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Props.children. So, ma'am, I'll be giving the output to you like this in the word format. I'll be giving this.
Okay.
So no problem, ma'am. So I'll be giving after the session over. I'll be giving all the code to you. So next state I'm using next I'm going to use set state method. So this is this state data. So I want to update this data. So button. I'll be creating one button on click. So on click equal to, I'll be giving one function, So this dot, I'll be giving this check message, any name, I'll be giving check message. Get this dot get state. So this also it will be putting in the object file. So inside the function, you will be doing that. So if we click the function, so I'll be update data. So if I check for this, so I'll be giving the value. So click here. So I'll be giving button. So it will be changing. So you can check this. So if the test state is that, so if you click the button, it will be updating the state. So you can change that with the help of the state. You can change the data, update the data, update the state data at the running time itself. So this is only benefit. So if you want to know that, you can know that. So you can for function. So this is the function you are calling this function. So if you are using this, you are calling on function in a function tab means you are not putting this tab, this method. If you inside the class, if you are calling any other this keyword is used. Other if your function you are not using this function. So that like that, this only the main difference between both of them. So ma'am, can I understand this? So in this, if I want to update, so I'll be giving any, I want to do in some calculation, addition operator or anything addition I want to present means. So I'll giving a name means this dot state plus 1. State dot name plus 1. So I'll be I'm doing an increment function. So if I click here, so it will be the increased data. So I can increase the value. So with the help of the state previous, that what is the state previous state plus 1. So state value. So what is the state plus 1 value will be increasing. So can you I didn't now you are having to understand this. So this is one method. So if you want to decrease the function also, you can do this. Button click. So increment, decrement, increment. I'll be giving this decrement. I'll be creating one function as decrement. -1. I'll be putting this -1. So if I want to increase, if you want to decrease, so you can do this. So now can you understand this? So multiple functions can do that with the state. So can you know that? Any doubt in this? So if you want to do this, so like this also you can do that. So can you understand this as? So next one is previous state. So with the help of the previous state, so now the state function only will be doing that. So what is the value, previous value? With the help of the previous value, we can do the increment. So now already done with the state function, state name. So now we can do with the previous state. So So wait a minute, just wait class for. So previous means like simply I am doing this in this. The previous state. So for the increment alone, we will be doing with the previous state. So for decrement, we are doing with the state function. So now you understand this. What is mean by previous state? So with the help of the previous state value, we will be updating the data. So this also one method, previous state. So you can note this. So I'll be giving for this also. So till now you understand this state value and all. So next we are going to destructuring. Next we are going to see about destructuring. So destructuring means what means? So if you all the times you will be giving this props dot example prop and the function props dot name and all this dot example or this dot props dot name, like this you will be giving all the things you will be doing. So for this we can destructure that. So you with the help of this, so after the destructuring you will be giving name. Here also name only alone you will be giving this. You will be avoiding this dot props. You will be avoiding. So can you understand this? So we can see with this. Now we can see. So before render. So here I can remove this name. So after the constant, so this is the destructuring. So I'll be giving only the name. So if I give means you can check this, the output will be presented. So this is the destructuring method. So const of name. Const that you want the name that you want to destructure, that you can give this dot state. So equal to, so after the render, before that return function, you will be giving this destructuring. So for props also you will be giving this dot props. So I'll be sending in, I'll be showing in this. So can you understand this? For props also same only destructuring. So you can give multiple, you can give multiple name to also. If name 2 is present, you can use this name 2. So multiple that you can use this. The multiple state is there, you can give multiple states. So another is so here I want, if I want to give this, so here not I'll be giving the props function. So here if you want to do this, I'll be giving this const name 1 props. Here I'll be removing the props name. Can you understand this? So if I check with this, so it will be presenting this props name. So props name test data. So here I'll be getting the data. So this is only the method of destructuring. So now you know the meaning of restructuring. So I'll be reducing these terms. So if I call the multiple times, so I'll be not doing the props dot name and all for this for the efficiency and performance. So I'll be avoiding unwanted lines and all. So for that reason, I'm doing this. So till now, any doubt is there? So next we can go for some of the, so instead of coding, we can go for some of the things to how to download the codes and all, how to install packages and all. We can go for this. So if they're running, so the server is running. So if you want to, if I click refresh, so it will be run the codes. So it will be compile and it will run the codes. So if I want to stop the server, so in the terminal, so I'll be pressing Control and C. So if I want to stop the server, Control C I'll be giving, Control plus C. So after that, I'll be clicking yes, Y and enter. If I enter that, it will be stopped. So now you understand. So if I give refresh means it will not working. So the server is, so I stop the server. So to stop the React server, the node server, so I want to do this Control C. So it always run on the port number 3000. So if the 3000 is, so if you want to run multiple React, so 3000, 3001 like this, it will be going there. This will be there. And after that, I want to know that. So if you want to download any codes and all, you will be sharing any codes to your friends and all. So in that, node modules will not be there. Node modules will be taking memory more size. So I will be showing this. So in this node modules, without installing any files. So node modules is above 150 MB and all size. So 282 MB and all it will be consist of. So if you want to share, so instead of node modules, all the files will be consist of within, so 695 KB only. So I'll be, if I want to share the code to my friends or any other things, any other friends or any other so teammates, so I'll be deleting this node modules and I'll be sending the files. So if I want to upload in the Git also, I'll be removing this file. So node modules files. So node modules. So if I delete the node modules on how to install the files, and now we can see that how to install the node modules. Another how I install and how to install the packages. Some of the packages are that we can see the sessions. So within this, so if we want to install, so it will take 1 minute time. So within that, we can see that website, one small website is that npm JS. I'll be putting it in the chat. So npm JS is website. So here you can download packages. So yeah, that is wanted. So which package you want, you can go for this package. So if you want to install Bootstrap for responsive, so Bootstrap. If you want to install a Bootstrap for your React code means you can copy this. So install this copy and you can paste here. So wait a minute, I will be checking this. So this website, so you can check for all the package npm packages will be presented here. So you can download using npm I install. So it's deleted. So if I want to install it again, so I'll be giving this npm I node package manager. So I want to install. So if I give npm I means it will check for the package.json. So package.json in the dependencies. So here dependencies is there. So in the dependencies, what are the files that are presented? So it will be installed the packages. So with the help of it will check for, if I give npm I means it will check for dependencies and what are the packages available that will be downloaded in the, that will be installed npm I. So if I node module is not present here, if I give means it will download. So node modules now it comes in. So it will be updating all the files. So it's also take time, 1 minute or 2 minutes time to upload. So if I at the time I can note that. So bootstrap, so React router down. Router down. So in small for routing, so one page, so reacting. So in this, yeah, with the React router term only, we can move to one page to another page, home page to another. Suppose example, if you are moving, so in HTML, you'll be using anchor tag, a tag. So moving from about home page to about us page. Here in the React, you will be using React router term to move from home page to about us page or any other page. You will be reacting. For reacting, you will be using this npmi. So I'll be installing this packages. So I'll be copying the code, and after that install, I'll be presented here. npm I install. So I'll be now you can check this. So this is in here that is not presented here. npm React router DOM. React DOM is present, React router DOM is not present. So I'll be doing so React router DOM. So npm I stands for install, npm stands for node package manager, and what is the file name that I'll be giving, and I'll be giving enter. So it will be taking time for up to 1 minute or 2 minutes time to install the files. So it's installed the files. So now
Sir?
we can see what ma'am?
Sir, can you tell me what for this, sir?
I'm installing the packages. So node packages.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
package JSON.
from where you have actually you have sent that link, no? From there you are downloading that packages
Yes,
and you are
ma'am.
install.
Yes, ma'am. They will be giving the like this only installed packages files.
Okay.
So in React, they'll be giving like this only, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So you have copied the command and you
Yes,
are
I
just
copied the file and I pasted here. So in the terminal.
where, sir?
Here I pasting like this. I will be pasting this inside that. Ma'am, you already know use PHP or not, ma'am? Already you know
No,
about
sir.
PHP?
No, sir. No, no, no.
Yes, ma'am. In PHP, they'll be having that source file. They'll be giving the zip file itself,
Okay.
like this. So you can download and you can put in the library files. So now
Oh,
for this React, you have to install like this only. In terminal only you have to install.
that link where you have given, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, npm that install that npm.
That
I
download that you have
yes, this install.
downloaded that package,
This
no?
copy like Python only you have to install. Pip install you will be doing the packages in its name, no, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay.
So like that only
Okay.
React also Node.js also you will be doing the installing like this only.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So for Python, it will be installing globally. That your system will be installing the library files and all commonly it will install. But React and all within this
Yes,
module only
sir.
it will be installing that file. So
Sir,
this is the main difference
initially,
between Python.
sir, I have one doubt. npm -I you entered. That time, what
Yes,
are the
sir.
packages are?
Yes, sir. So in the difference is so npm I means where if the node module is not present. So I'll be showing on GitHub code, any GitHub code. So
Okay,
wait a
sir.
minute. I'll be showing GitHub. So if you're downloading any code, so for some for reference purpose and all, you will be reacting React code. So for the example, I'll be showing this. So any project, React project and all. So React. Okay. So I'll be using. So if you go for this, so you'll be getting all the data, but you will not get the node modules file. So if you
Okay, sir.
execute the file without node modules, it will not show that. It will show error. So library files is not present, so it will be showing error. So if you want, if after downloading the code, you have to do npm I install, sir. So npm install. So in this difference is you can for
Okay, sir. Thank you,
package.
sir.
Yes, sir. Package.json. In this there will be a dependencies. So dependencies are there. Babel.code.js. So it's like this. So this package will be installed using when I install npm I.
Thank you, sir. I got it, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So again, I want to start the server means npm start. I give npm start, it will start the server.
Sir, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I have a doubt in that unstructured class that you were talking about. Should we separately mention an app.js file as well? Like this name and all those things importing, should we separately mention and then put it in the props function, or how is it?
I mean, I can't understand your question.
Can you please explain the destructuring once again?
Yes, ma'am. Destructuring means yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Here destructuring means so already I'm doing that this dot state for all the things I'll be using this dot state dot name, this dot state dot name I'll be giving for all the things. So all the data. So all for view
Right.
data. So inside the return I'll be giving all the for React that so you want to for this no problem. So I'm doing any big project means I want to know that I'll be doing that this dot name dot means there will be space will be taking more. So for the efficiency purpose, I'll be doing this const. So const and name. So const equal to, for destructuring const equal to what name I want to give. You can give this and this dot state. So you can give ma'am this name only. Otherwise, if you give name one means it will show error. So this name and here you can give equal to this dot state. So it will take as this dot state dot name. So you can use short form. You can call it short form, ma'am. Short way.
Right. So for separate files, we have to mention it like this, right? Not
Yes,
in.
for a separate. So here
Okay.
for this class, you'll be doing that. So if I want to do here means you have to, I want to do this return inside above for this function. So for the class and all below the render above the return file, I will use that const test. I will be giving this const as test equal to this dot
Props.
box. So I'll be giving here and I'll be removing here.
There, just test will give.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So
got it.
that text will be displayed.
Yeah.
So like this, we can do that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. React, when compared to Angular, React will be very, very easy to that. So if you practice the code, it will be very, very easy for you. So next we are going to see about event handling. So if you want to handle event, so if you want to trigger a function, so you can use event handling. So I'll be showing in both class as well as I'll be showing both in class as well as functions. So for this reason, and before that, I'll be if I want to comment means I'll be giving. If I want to comment the data means you can do this like this only. We have to do so base like this open base where to where and open like this for JavaScript and all. We will like this. We can do. Can you know that comment? No comment and all. You will be doing this. So here I want to comment now. I'll be giving simply that. So like this here I can comment. So in the view state I want to inside the return I want to comment means I will be giving the braces with this. The brace I will be comment. Otherwise you will be doing this comment here. Okay, any understand that data how to comment?
So which key you are pressing?
So for above in the inside the return statement means I want to do another method. So for above the return statement means I will be giving this. So you can note this slash star. And also star slash.
Okay,
So
sir.
any sir? So this is a command.
Okay, sir. We have to move.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can move. So in this app dot, for this purpose, we can do this. So for this, we can do here like this. We can do, sir. For in the inside the view state. So next, I want to do that. I want to ask the another things, small things is that. So if you want to do tag, ma'am, we are inside a single component only. It will be executing. So I'll be doing it in props. So any other. Okay, so in this, sir, it will be executed in a single component way. So single component only, single execution file only, it will be doing that. So if I want to do that, so div tag, another div tag, if I give another div tag, it will be show error. If I check that, the component is error, show error. So if I want to do multiple files and all, I can, so you can understand this now, div. Like this you have to do, otherwise it will show error. It will execute in a single component way, so single execution file. So within a div tag or another div tag and all, we will be doing. So if I remove that, so both multiple execution file means div means it will not execute. So single execution, single component execute for this means it will execute in a single component way. So like this we have to do. So can you understand this? So if multiple components is there, it will show error.
You can say that it's a proper listing of tags. That's all.
Yes, sir. Tags.
Start from
So what's that?
It has a proper nesting of tags. Start
Yes,
with
yes, a proper nesting of tags only. So you have to do that. So for next one, we have fragments on that. So another small function is that we have fragments. So instead of using the div tag, so you can call it as. So instead of this, you can call it as div tag. You can give it as empty tag. Can execute in an empty tag. So div tag means it will take a space, more space that for that execution and all, it will take more spaces. So if you give it empty tag, it will not take any spaces. So memory allocation is not in. So you can do this. So like this also it will execute. So can you understand this? So you can do instead of div tag, you can give this for performance issues, performance and all. You can give you can remove the unwanted tags and all. So I'll be removing the div tag. So instead of this, so I can use another tags itself. So React.fragment. If you think that React, I want to not want to remove empty means you can use the React component. So if we React.fragment, so it will also not take any space and all memory bytes and all memory calculation. For memory calculation, it will not take any memory. So you can leave it empty, or you can use React fragments. So we can note this definition. So React fragments allows you to wrap or group multiple elements without adding an extra node to DOM. So next, so we are going to see about CSS. So next event handling. So event handling next. Next we are going for event handling. So if you want to trigger a function, so you can use for event handling. So we can see it in function itself. I'll be calling from here. given form. Here I'll be leaving it as empty. Button on click. I'll be clicking the click handle. So I'll be I want to nested the function here. I'll be clicking that. So in the class, you will not putting the function, so you will be directly calling. So in the function, you'll be calling this function as like this. So console.log. I'll be giving this in the console.log. So simply, I want to call this function. So I want to trigger a function. So if I click that, so if the console, it will show that the button is clicked. So for this even function, even fun, and here I'll be calling here. So if I check in the console tab, so if the button, if I click the button, the event is triggered. So button is clicked 16, 17. So how many times I'm clicking, it will be showing that. So can I understand this? So if I click the button, I'll be calling on another function. I'll be triggering an function. So can you understand this? So for function, if you want to call a function inside a function, means you can give this directly function name, and you can give this function name as this. So if you want to call a function, so you want to call a function inside the class, means you have to do this like this. So button on click like this you have to do, and this and like this you have to do. So you can note this. So both the functions. So for class, how to call a function inside a class, and how to call a function inside the function. So both methods are. So you can note this. So this is the difference. So if you want to call mean this dot function, so this is called as arrow function. So mostly you'll be using ES6 function, that arrow function only you'll be using the reactor. So we can see with an arrow function, one small example of arrow function. So both of them same function only. So you can call it in that method or this method, function method. Both the output will be same. So here, and I can call it in app.js. Component, and I'll be giving in arrow function. So I'll be removing all the things, and I'll be showing this. So arrow function. So can you understand this method also? In this method also you can do that, or otherwise that method also you can do that. Function method or this method arrow method also you can do that. You can call the functions. So both the methods is can use. So in the advanced concept and all, they will be in the nowadays they are using only arrow function for the functions, not the previous functions. So you can do with this function itself. So next we can go for CSS. So how to call a CSS file? So I want to call a CSS file means. So how to call a CSS file? Now we can check. So CSS data. So I'll be giving within. So I'll be creating in a CSS data. So I'll be giving it in a functional component only. Functional from the function itself, I'll be doing this. So H1. So there are many methods are there. CSS. So if I want to do within a class file, this files and all, so I'll be using. So this is one method, const. So inline CSS and external CSS. So you already know that CSS for the CSS. So CSS you will be having this inline, internal, and external. So both the method, how three methods can call. So we can see this. So for the inline, we can see that how to call an inline function. So first we can see about inline. So CSS file, style. So you will be giving this style. So here you can use this color. So double braces, inside that you can give. If you want to give another color of background color, background. So in the CSS, I think that you in the CSS. So CSS you'll be doing that. So for background color, background hyphen color. So background color. So in the CSS you'll be like doing like this only, background hyphen color. So if I come with this inline CSS or internal CSS, I'll be doing this COLOR color. So this only I will not put the hyphen. So after hyphen come means I'll be putting in the caps. So can you understand this? So background color is I'll be giving this yellow. I'll be calling it in. So I'll be calling it in app.js. CSS data. So now the CSS file is comes. So can you understand the inline CSS? So how to call the inline CSS? So in this method, JXS method, JXS, you will be calling like this only. So you can note this code, CSS. So this is the inline CSS, comma separation and background color. If I want to font size, so font size means example I will give you want to increase the font size. So after hyphen, so after hyphen will come means I'll be putting at caps. So I will not putting hyphen. After hyphen, that what value is coming, I'll be putting it in caps. Font size is 100 pixel. 100 pixel means it will change. So now you understand the ideas of how to call for this data.
Okay, the style
So
property can be given as both the CSS format as well as the JavaScript format. If it is
So this
CSS
is
format, we have to use hyphen.
Sir, yes, sir. This is a JavaScript format, JXS format, sir.
So that's why you are using
Yes,
after the success event, the cap symbol is placed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cap symbol for JXS.
Okay, sir.
Sir, here we are not. We can forget about the HTML. Only we are using JXS format only.
Okay, sir.
So React will be converting to JavaScript. After that, it will be converting to HTML. So like that only doing that. JXS to HTML, it will be converting the data to. So JXS format is this only for this purpose. So if I want to do, so if I want to call inline CSS means const. You will be putting that style and all. You will be putting in the head tag. So here I'll be doing that style data equal to like this. I can put. So I can copy there font size. So and I'll be giving this. So here double braces you give this for inline CSS. You give double braces. So for internal CSS, so you can give this data like this. So if you do this, it will be updated. So for background color, if I want to do background color, I'll be giving us yellow. So background color also it will be updated. So now can you understand this JXS format? So inline CSS and internal CSS. I think you have an idea aware of this mode methods. So single braces will be come for internal CSS. So for inline CSS, double braces will be coming. So both the difference is this only the both the difference between.
Sir, can you please,
What ma'am?
sir,
Yes ma'am.
can you please show the import statement again for
Ma'am, for
CSS
what
data?
import? Yes ma'am.
Import statement for CSS
Yes,
data.
Yes ma'am.
Can you
CSS
show
data.
once again?
Yes ma'am. Import CSS data like this. I'll be doing that. So you can note this ma'am. CSS data and CSS data.
Thank you, sir.
Yes ma'am. Next I'm going to see about so external CSS. So next we can see about external CSS means. So I'll be removing this all the files, all sort of files and all. So I'll be removing all the files and so I can check the output means CSS file data it will show. So because I remove all the inline CSS and internal CSS, I'll all remove some files. So I want to import. So first I want to create a file, CSS file. New file .css data.css. I'll be creating one CSS file. So here, so for class name, I want to give the class name dot class. So dot class name is class name is I'll be giving this class name. So no class name you can give this FDP data. So I can create one class name for CSS. For external CSS, I'll be creating FTP data. Here I'll be giving this color. Color is red. And after that, I'll be giving background color. Background color is any color aqua I can give. So like this both I can give. So I want to import this file to here. So for that reason, I'll be giving only simply import CSS data dot CSS. So I want to give this as name. So here I want to not give class. So in HTML you'll be giving the class. So in this JSS you'll be giving the class name and FDP data. So you can check means the updated, it will be updated. So CSS means CSS will become some like this only will be doing CSS. So can you understand this format external CSS? Yes, you can note this point. So this is important that class name is important. Class and n name for name n caps. So any doubts in this till now? So next last one two concept. So this concept is how to get the data. So for statement and all, you'll be getting the data from the data. So you'll be getting the data from the database and all. You'll be getting the multiple data, multiple values and all. How to get the multiple array values? How to display the array values? So you're not using for statement and all, looping statement and all. You'll be not using the looping statement. For this, you will be using the map function. Map data.js. I'll be using the map data.js. So for that, I'll be copying this. So map. So in the function itself, I'll be doing this map data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I'll be giving this constant map equal to array1 dot map. So array name dot map. So that variable name. So variable name dot map function. So inside the map, you'll be giving this. You can take with this. So value is to number. Parameter. So I'll be passing the parameters. So what are the parameters that? So here this will be having. So I'll be calling this. Here parameter is to number. So parameter is to value. So here I'll be putting this as this here, and I'll check for this. So I'll be using map. So I'll be calling it in. So 1, 2, 3, 4 value. So all the values will be presented here. So can you understand this? Now, so map data, map. So mapping the function, so it will be getting the data. So if I put sixth number also, so it will be updating here. 6 numbers are updated. So can you understand this? So for this, I'm using this. So if I want to, for array method, you will be doing that. So if I want to call the objects, so example, I want to call the objects means var 1. So here I will be doing this name equal to test1, my role equal to 1. So I can give this multiple values I want to give. So here const map to. So obj I will be copying here dot map. So inside this, so I can give any value e dot. So e gives a h1 tag. So I'll be giving here itself. I'll be giving the h1 tag here. Inside that e dot name. So here directly I'll be calling because I'll be giving already gave the map to. So test 1 and test 2 it will be here present here. So any doubt in this? So can you understand now what is objects and how to call the objects as well as? So if I want to call the e dot role, so namespace so you can like this also you can call. So name is here and role is 1 2. So any doubt till now? So next we can see the concept of React memo. So React memo. So React memo we can see next concept is React memo. So this is also similar to props. So memo is a higher order component that wraps around. So you can note the definition. So higher order component that wraps around a component to memorize a rendered output and avoid unnecessary rendering. So unnecessary we can. So we can, with that help of memo, so we can remove the unwanted rendering. So rendering means suppose the props is updated, so sometimes it will be updating unwanted renders will happen. So with that memo, we can remove unwanted things and all we can remove. So for this, I'll be doing this memo data.js. So similar to this is similar to this of props. So for this, I'll be copying the files. So I can pass the attributes. So attribute sorry name. So I want to pass the attribute name. Okay. So memo data means here I will be giving this. So here React is showing here. So for this, I want to import the React file. So memo data, I want to export the memo data, import the memo data here. Components. Memo data. So I'll be calling this. M equal to memo data value. So here the memo data, I passing the value. So so it is similar to this props. So it will remove the unwanted renderings and all. So unwanted renderings and all, it will be removing the memo concept. So can you understand this? So can you understand till now? Any doubt is there? So next, so say any doubts is there till now? So any doubt is there? Is anybody having the doubts till now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So anybody having the doubts?
Sir, if you can quickly walk through that memo part,
Yes, ma'am.
that would be good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. So, ma'am, the memo in this, so unwanted rendering. So props similar to it is similar to props only. Memo data. Memo is similar to props. So memorize. So it will occupy less memory when compared to props. So and remove unnecessary rendering, ma'am. So if you render the data, so sometimes renders the data and all, props means sometimes it will render. Unwanted rendering is there. So in this memo data, with the help of memo data, we can remove unwanted renderings and all. So this is the benefits of this, ma'am, and compared to props. Both of them same. Both of them passing the values to attributes only, through the attributes only. So the help of attributes only, both of them we are passing this. So this only we are considering.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
So participants, if you have any doubt, you can clarify. Any other doubt? Okay, thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time with us.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so participants are you're requested to fill the feedback form, which will be closed around 12:30 p.m. So thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Listen, thank you.
It was really a wonderful session, sir.